Howdy folks, Peter here, and I'm sitting in my car today, and yes, by the looks of my hair, I didn't get the haircut. The barbershops are still closed due to the lockdown. That's almost a year now. But that's not the topic I want to talk about. I won 2 cars at the Salvage auction, and both of them are Japanese. One is the luxury one, and one is on the other side. Yeah, this is the cheapest one and smallest one. But it is a Scotty Kilmer special. So you know it by the title by now. Let's take a look what I bought, why I bought it, what I paid, what I'm going to do with it, etc. Let's go. By the way, if you're not currently subscribed, please subscribe. There's going to be this little rebuild here and more to come. I bought 3 cars, and one of them is a former Soviet bloc and 2 are Japanese. So let's take a look. So are you ready for the big reveal? Here it is. We bought a 2005 Toyota Yaris, 1.0-liter 4-cylinder, producing like 55 horse, and this is produced 11 of 2005. So this is the last year of this body style. And from 2003, I think, to 2005, they did this facelifted headlights, and that's a pain because the headlights have to. Because of the headlights, they have to have the special bumper, and these facelifts are not that common. So we'll have to search for them. As you can see, it's missing the front bumper. It took a hit to the lower side, as you can see here. The story goes that the lady was traveling about 75 miles per hour on the interstate, and one of the semi tires was slung from the rim underneath this car, and the car drove over it. So the tire went under the car, destroyed the bumper, core support, the plastics, what else? The radiator is gone, the fender liners and the fenders are tucked in. This one is tucked in, and this one is bowed out. So we need to first open the hood and then take off the whole front end. But before we do that, this car has 272,000 kilometers, and it runs and drives. It has manual locks, manual windows, maybe it has a power steering, not sure. We have 3 keys. As you can see, we have these projection thingies, this projection speedometer. I don't like that. We have a full tank of gas. Full. That's maybe more money than this car is worth. And I paid for this 2005 one owner little thingy, I paid $275, and I want to sell it for 1,200, and the goal was to get it home, to buy the new radiator, new front bumper, slap it on and drive it home. That didn't work out because the lady, she wanted to transfer it that day and etc. So I had to call the tow truck. So the tow was another $300. 300 for the tow, 200 for the insurance. So we are now like $750 or something like that. So we have a slight profit margin if you want to make some money on it. So we need to buy everything from the junkyard, paint it ourselves, and do whatever we can. So let's let's start off with one thing. There is AC. This is an AC car. So let's pop the hood and I'll show you. So under the hood here we have a 4-cylinder, 16 valve, 1.0 liter little bitty battery. We have the radiator cap, nothing in it, and the oil looked fine when I last checked it, and it looks fine now. And as you can see, it is an AC car, and that's a problem because the AC condenser is pretty expensive. The AC condenser is like $100 and that's more than I'm willing to spend on the AC condenser. So we need to say if the AC is working. If it is, then great, but we will have to work around it. If it doesn't work, we will not care about it, and it will just be a placeholder. The AC will not work. So let's start it up, and let's check where's the compressor. The compressor is down there, so let's start it up. Let's see if the AC will do anything. It is below freezing point, so I don't know if the AC does really work in those conditions, but we'll see. So let's get her inside and let's start her up. Runs, put it on high, on vent, and turn the AC on. Put it on cold. Now let's take a look if the compressors kick in. I don't hear it though. Yeah, but I think the compressor's spinning. Yeah, I think the AC is working. Let's turn it off. I don't know. Yeah, it looks like the AC is working. So that means we will have to work around the AC compressor. AC condenser. So I will get my tools ready and let's start adding this up. Alright, let's start with the crash bar here. We have two nuts, I think 14 millimeters. Let's take it off. And that, where on my cable, should take care of our crash bar. There is a piece of this holding the plastics on, so let's take that off. Two, our crash bar can come off. Now what we can see here, we have the ambient temperature sensor here that we need to take off, but first I want to get the nuts back on. And here we can see the damage to the car. Can you see this side being pulled down and ripped off? Here, that's what we have to ground off and weld a new piece in. Alright, the ambient temperature sensor. There are these tabs on these and it's off. We need to take off the horn and move it out of our way. Zap this off and get it out of our way. So the next step is we can take this bar here off. That's just 10mm, and then the radiator shroud and stuff like that. Right, there's a Schrader valve for the AC. Let's just for curiosity, let's get this Allen wrench. Yeah, I don't think there is anything in that AC, so we are safe to pull the core support as a whole. So I'm going to put you on the time lapse. Let's pull the core support. So right, you got it all disassembled, and we can see how far the core support is bent. This is what it should look like, and this is what it's looking like on this side. So the core support is held on by the tack welds here and has to be changed all the way up here. And I don't know if they will they will sell us on the junkyard this piece separately, or if they will chop off the frame rails and stuff like that. So we'll see what they will do and how much they will charge for it, because I looked on the internet, and believe it or not, these rails cost about $100, brand new. So we may go that way, but as I said, we have to be cheap as possible on this, because the profit margin here is slim to none, as with all the other cars that I dealt. So this is where I will stop the video now. So thanks for watching. If you want to see this car being put back on the road, so please subscribe, like, share, comment, and I will see you in the next one. Bye.